What's up, YouTube? Zero here, and welcome to the place where gamers, witches, wizards, and superheroes unite. Today, we're going to take a look at the Twin Stripe, which is a blueprint variant of the KSP in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. So first, let's take a look at the setup. On the barrel, we have the 8.9-inch extended, which is going to increase the bullet velocity by 40%. Then we're going to go down to the underbarrel, the bruiser grip, which is going to increase the movement speed, sprinting move speed, shooting move speed, and aim walking move speed all by 3%. Then we have the drop shot wrap, which is going to increase the flinch resistance by 50% and aim while going prone. And finally, the duster stock, which is going to increase that slide speed by 5%. The camo's on the screen, so take a look at it. Do you like it? Do you not? That's really up to you. I'll give you my opinion on it a little bit later in the video. So as we are getting into it, I do want to say that if you do enjoy this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and hit that red subscribe button down there somewhere. I don't know, it says subscribe, it's red, you'll see it. Really helps out me and my channel, and if you want it to count for your good deed of the day, it can count as that too. So anyway, let's get into the gameplay where I have a treat for you. 64 kills. That's right, 64 kills in this gameplay. I do really love the KSP in general. It is one of my favorite guns, one of my top 5 favorite guns. So I was definitely happy to get a blueprint variant of the KSP, this one called the Twin Stripe. So let's talk about the setup, the attachment setup that we have on this gun. Now we only have 4 attachments, so we don't have the 5th. You can add a 5th if you really want to, but again, as always, I review the blueprints as they are given. So that's the first thing. The second thing is all of the attachments that we're getting on this blueprint are all attachments that you can unlock pretty early on with the KSP. So it's not something that I'm always overjoyed with. I personally prefer that if I'm going to get a blueprint, it's some of the attachments that are later on the gun that I really have to grind for, because it gives me an opportunity to test out those later attachments. Do I like those later attachments as part of the gun? Do I not? All of these are unlocked very early on. Now, that's not to say that these aren't good attachments. Let's talk about the attachments themselves. The 8.9 extended, which is going to increase the bullet velocity. I like the increase on the bullet velocity when I'm shooting at that medium to longer ranges. Maybe on a map like Nuketown, I don't need the increase in bullet velocity as much because a lot of my gunfights are going to be a little bit closer, but I never say no to an increase in bullet velocity. I do think that it's nice to have on a gun, so I'm not too upset with the 8.9 extended. Then the bruiser grip. It's going to increase a bunch of my movement speed, shooting move speed, and that's great for a submachine gun. I'm running around a lot. I need to get that boost in that movement speed, so while I'm moving around, while I'm aiming at enemies, while I'm sprinting, etc., it's really going to help me out with this gun. So I do really love the bruiser grip for the KSP. Now the drop shot wrap. Y'all know me. Y'all see my videos before. I drop shot a lot. So that aim while going prone really helps out when I do drop shot. I'm shooting at enemies, I'm going down, and if they're shooting at me, I'm getting the flinch resistance, so I don't have to worry about my gun messing up too much. My gun is able to stay on that target, and my bullets are able to stay on the target as well. So I love the drop shot wrap. I think it's a great perk to have, or attachment to have. Then we go down to the duster stock. Increasing the slide speed. It's okay. It's definitely better on submachine guns, shotguns, etc., because you're going to be moving around more, you're going to be sliding. However, I don't think it's a necessity for this gun. I think it's okay, but I don't think it's a necessity. Again, I'm sliding a little bit quicker. Do I always need that? Not really. Sometimes it's nice, but it's not my favorite attachment by any means. So all of these attachments together, I do think is a very good attachment setup for the KSP. So I would recommend trying out the Twin Stripe, especially if you like the camo. I think it's a little plain. It's yellow with a black and red stripe. If you take out the red, they're Steelers colors. I'm not a Steelers fan. That's just something to note. it's okay. It's not an awful camo. It's not a great camo. If your favorite color is yellow, it's a good camo for you. If you like a red stripe, hey, it could be a good camo for you as well, but it's not my favorite. There are a lot of better camos in the game than the twin stripe. And red and black, the colors are not really twins. I would think twin stripe, I'm seeing the same color. Like twins. Kind of identical. Guess not. Anyway, overall, I like the attachment setup. I love the KSP. I like the attachment setup, so I recommend checking it out. You unlock this by going through the battle pass. It is not a free unlock, so if you bought the battle pass, you will unlock this eventually. And again, I think it's a nice one to try out. KSP is a fantastic gun if you haven't tried it out as well. 64 kills in this game. So I was pretty pumped with using this. An amazing gun to have. And look at this. Play of the half. Just with this gun, they spawn behind me. They're trying to capture the zone, and I'm telling them, not today. Not today. Get off that zone. So they're all running around like chickens with their heads chopped off trying to take me out, and then we pull out the good old shotty. They don't expect me to come around and finish them off on the 10 streak, and I get knifed. But the other stuff was cool. Not the knife in the back, though. That was a little painful. Took it right in the neck. Ow. Ow. Now we have one full half. We've talked about this gun setup. We've talked about what I like, what I don't like. Let me know in the comments section if you've gotten this gun, if you've gotten the blueprint, what you think about this blueprint. Is it one of your favorite blueprints? Or is it one that you're like, I don't need this. I'm getting shot by this big ass VTOL with my ugly ass blueprint. Yellow. Prefer a better color. Yellow's okay. Not as cool as red. Like Spider-Man. That's what need some Spider-Man camo in the game. I doubt that's ever gonna happen, but that would be sweet. Spider-Man camo on a gun. That would be so cool. But that mashup may never happen. So I spawn here. The other team, I don't know where they're spawning. I'm trying to check my corners, check around, trying to win this game. As you can see, very close, 116 to 106 right now. Back and forth game. They just got a VTOL somehow. And I'm trying to protect myself from all of these grenades that are coming in. Just bobbing and weaving. And the knife guy. Bunch of guys running around with knives on Nuketown. I don't know if y'all have experienced that, but I have experienced a ton of people just running around with knives and smokes on Nuketown. I have specifically made a few classes with thermals just to see through the smokes that people keep dropping on Nuketown, because everyone wants to run around with a knife. Oh, what's so special about a knife? Can someone tell me? Why are people running around with knives? Maybe they're trying to make some crazy YouTube videos. Maybe I should check it out. Start running around with a knife and making knife and YouTube videos. And then I want to get comments, Zero, why are you running around with a knife on Nuketown? And as you're talking about knives, your shots are awful. Start learning how to shoot your targets better. I know, I'm telling that to myself. Why was I not able to hit that target? I don't know, it should have been an easy picking, but it was like a kid in a candy store. My eyes lit up, I saw two targets, neither of them were looking at me, and I didn't know what to do. I was so shocked. So I missed both and died, not getting in a limb. But it's time to try and take over C. Is getting the spawn. Teammates are pushing, I'm pushing. We need to make a little bit of a comeback. We're down a tiny bit we're down. So we're gonna have to make this comeback and make the 64 kill game worth it. You don't get 64 kill games often, at least I don't. I wanna make it worth it. I wanna get the victory. So down by a little, can't let them capture B, but also can't die. So to shoot that dude around the bus, he's coming in thinking he's a bad mamma jamma. And they captured B. They captured B. The one thing I said we can't let them do. Said, no, don't let them capture B. No one listened. I didn't listen to myself, and no one shows up on the map when I get my cruise missile. Very disappointing. And then I get meleeed. It was not a very good sequence of events there. I try a cruise missile, it doesn't work. I get meleeed. We're down by 9 points. We don't have B. This is not looking good for us. It's looking very grim. But I believe in the team. We can do this. We're almost there. Only 9 points. We gotta capture B though. We gotta get on B. It looks like we keep dying towards B though. And that's not good. I'm gonna have to throw a trophy because I'm injured and refuse to use my stim. See if I can not die to a guy with a knife who's still running around. I appreciate the dedication to something like that. He is dedicated to using that knife. He's probably not doing very well, but he is dedicated to using the knife. And he keeps running in this building and giving me kills. So for that, I thank you, Knife Man. Thank you so much for allowing me to get a bunch of kills on you from running around with a knife. My gun and KD appreciate it. Still a close game, but we are down by a little bit. Hopefully, now that we have B, we can make this comeback. Knife Man doing his thing. Thanks. We can't let him get B though. I'm not sure we have enough time. Can we get it? They're capturing B. It keeps going up. Gotta keep them off. Get off B. Get off. They got B. If we were making the comeback there, 190, 182. If we don't get B soon, it looks like that's gonna be all she wrote. But thank y'all for sticking around to the end. Make sure you do hit that sub button and the thumbs up button. Check out some of my other videos. Until next time, peace.